So you want to know how to actually make friends because you either have no friends currently or you're on a different life path and this requires you to make new friends. Now, the common sense answer to making friends is to reuse the methods you implemented when you made your old friends. Although some of those methods may work, they will likely not work in a newer environment where people are nuanced and significantly different from your old environment. So this video will reveal several tips you can use in order to make new friends. The best part about these tips is that they are suitable for all personality types, so you don't have to worry about reconstructing who you are in order to fit in a new environment. Now, as someone who has a knack for human psychology, I will teach you all a psychological tip on how to retain friends because making friends is pointless if you cannot sustain them long term. But I will only reveal this tip if you watch till the end. So without further ado, the first tip on making friends is to join clubs and extracurriculars. Joining social clubs and extracurriculars are a fantastic way of meeting new people. You likely chose a club or extracurricular that you have a personal interest in, and the people in said group have that particular interest in them as well, which makes it so easy to spark up conversations within one another and potentially bonding over similar topics. So for example, if you are currently running an online business and join an online community specifically for business owners, you can network and share information with people who are probably doing the same type of business as you. You will feel more connected and valued as opposed to speaking to your old friends about your business which they most likely wouldn't even understand. And the longer you stay and speak to the members in your group, you can start to share more details about your personal life and perhaps hobbies you partake in outside of your main hobby, which will likely result in you making new and sustainable friends. Like I said earlier, it doesn't matter what your personality type is. As an introvert myself, I completely understand the anxiety when initiating conversations and the fear of potentially being rejected or ignored. But based on my experience, I can tell you firsthand that being ignored in a community of shared interests is near impossible. Although extroverts may have an inherent advantage due to their nature in initiating conversations first, an introvert will have a less likely chance of being ignored if they were to initiate because everyone around them probably has the same things to talk about, so they can easily relate without fearing rejection or judgment. Additionally, when you're in these groups, you can learn a lot of new information and skills you can apply to your personal life. So these clubs and extracurriculars will not only allow you to make new relationships, it will also allow you to learn things you wouldn't have otherwise known, which will lead to your growth as an individual. The second tip when it comes to making friends is doing them favors. When offering your help to people, you're displaying signs of care and value of said person, which reinforces feelings of being appreciated and supported. Let me tell you a quick story. So it was my first day of being a freshman in high school, and I was in this English class that none of my friends from my middle school were in. So I was basically all alone in this class, and being the introvert that I am, I refused to spark up conversations with anyone. Until a few minutes later, someone sitting next to me needed to borrow a pencil and some line paper. And that is when I decided to do him that favor. Next thing you know, he and I became good friends even to this day. Although this may very well be an exception, doing favors for people is still an effective way to attract quality relationships. I still utilize this tactic today as a university student, and sure enough, it plays a large role in attracting and maintaining friends across my campus. Additionally, there are countless research studies that show that even doing favors for people results in you liking that person. This is called the Benjamin Franklin effect. However, doing favors for others should only be done out of the kindness of your heart. I urge all of you watching this to not take advantage of doing favors for others, as it can lead to people sniffing out your manipulative intentions. Do this strategically and ethically so you're not hurting anyone in the process. The third tip when it comes to making friends is by being the friend you want. Now, I want you to imagine all the people you would wish to have in your friend group. Are they money driven? Do they take good care of their fitness and health? Do they succeed in all metrics of their lives? Once you've identified those traits, guess what? You have to exhibit all those traits as well. Humans are drawn to those who reflect traits they admire and value. There's a reason why you're attracted to the qualities and traits you just listed. So if these are the standards that you hold, other people probably have the same standards for themselves too. Which is why you need to be the friend in which you want to be, because this will allow you to attract people of your caliber. And the best part about this is that making friends with the people you attract becomes significantly easier to retain because you guys likely have common interests and hobbies from the jump, which is the reason why you guys attracted each other in the first place. So as long as you're at least working to be that person you want to be friends with, you'll eventually attract quality friends. Now, in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I would reveal a psychological tip on retaining friendships. But before I do, I really appreciate your support. It means a lot. Now, the psychological tip is called capitalization. Capitalization is the process of telling your close friends good news and expecting a positive reaction. This has been shown to increase intimacy and relationship well-being. This is an incredible way to retain friendships, because attracting friends is one thing, but if you're unable to sustain them long term, then it's quite pointless to begin with. Friends fall out and grow apart for a multitude of reasons, but being envious of your friends is a huge way to end relationships. Hence the reason why using capitalization can spark positive emotions within one another and ultimately leading to a stronger friendship. Because we expect our friends to be happy for our successes and they probably expect the same thing as well. So what ends up happening when you guys root for each other is a sense of loyalty and trust. You both aren't intimidated by each other's wins, and that moral support can help you both grow as individuals. If you start incorporating these tips into your social life today, I promise you, you'll see an increase of friendships in your life.